Ryan from Fairly Awesome Podcast, and we're going to do a short here about Disney taking ownership of Indiana Jones. Joining me is Chris, Nate, and Josh. So we've got a good roundtable discussion here on how do we feel about this.
Ecstatic. I'm ecstatic.
This man is ecstatic.
I'm ecstatic.
Are you static or are you ecstatic?
My Mike Tyson impression. I'm ecstatic.
All right, so Chris, why don't you go ahead since you're ecstatic?
I love it.
I think this is. I think it will be a very good thing. We don't have to worry about things like a re-release of Raiders of the Lost Ark where the sword guy manages to get hits in on Indy before he shoots him. I mean, I don't need sword guy firing first.
You know, there was a whole fight scene that was
choreographed,
and he pulled the gun as a
like,
joke,
over, yeah.
and they used it. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
No worries. If Lucas had his way,
they'd have the sword fight.
They'd have the whole sword fight. In fact, extended edition of the sword fight where they just
Jar Jar Binks comes in.
Jar Jar Binks.
There's also the PC release of the Temple of Doom where he just like reaches in and kisses her. They changed that so that she's like, "Would you please kiss me?" And then he instead of just forcefully, lip raping her or whatever.
Would you please kiss me?
No, I think it'll be really good. I think Disney has the resources to, kind of pull back the horribleness that was Crystal Skull.
Whoa.
And
it
was a lost fourth film that somebody found somewhere and then wiped their butt with and put out. It might have been Lucas that wiped his ass with.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think Disney. Really, it's kind of a twofold. One, Disney has the resources to make it better, and two, Disney's coming off of Crystal Skull, so they can't really screw it up any worse, right?
Couldn't agree more. Nate, what do you think?
I'm happy with it as long as it's out of Lucas's hands, really. And honestly, I think it's just more that he's needed to retire for a while now, and this just all around thumbs up, guys. All around thumbs up. I'm gonna say
good deal. Indiana Jones aficionado Josh Bushing, what do you think?
I have two things. One, I agree with Nate, like with his George Lucas needs to retire. I think there's a point in time where you get too insulated because you're too wealthy or just away from the processes that made you great in the first place. And a lot of that I think ties in. Well, yeah, and I mean, look at like bands with really good hits, but then they continue to go back and.
So you think early success may go to his head, and then he thinks anything I do will be good.
Correct.
So then
but there's nobody to challenge him. This culture doesn't.
That's a good point.
I think we worship those people that do great things too much without holding them accountable to each time they do something. Is this good? Is this going to help advance the story?
Nobody wants to call a polished turd a polished turd. It's
right.
The next great thing.
Yes.
Right.
The second thing is that, yes, I am very much ecstatic. My facial expression is somewhat to what the Joker does with his gas, and I have a big giant smile, and I'm just dazed and confused, like yes, Disney thing.
It's the Grinch.
It just curls, and then yes.
Fish short member Matthew McConaughey. What do you think? Oh man, I think it's great that they're gonna be using that. It's gonna be awesome.
Matthew McConaughey doing his Bill.
Yes. I did not watch Crystal Skull. They tried to make me do it. I didn't do it. I did not.
We need to define what watch is, just in case.
What is watch?
No.
It was on.
You're sick.
Why did you do
this?
Clockwork Orange.
Yes.
Okay. I think we could pretty much all agree that Disney has proven itself over the past several years now that they're able to make movies that aren't just totally kidified and right. I mean, the Marvel series, Tron, even. So clearly, we feel that this is probably in better hands than George Lucas, and I have to agree that George Lucas was really good at coming up with an initial concept for these properties, Star Wars and Indiana Jones. He was both really good at that. He just stopped making new franchises, and I think he should have kept going.
Yeah.
I think really that's where you can't take that away from George. He did a good job making
world builder.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think you should have stuck with that. I'm glad Disney's taken the reins. And how about you guys tell us what you think down in the comments below. If you do want to like us on Facebook, head over to facebook.com/fairlyawesomepodcast and follow us on Twitter @FAPcast. Thanks for watching, guys.
All right. I don't know. I just felt like we needed an outtake, so there you go.
Needed an outtake. Thanks, Nate.
That was
Poopy. Chicago. Excuse me. Your balls are showing. That movie's awesome.
Yes.
Nice Ventura. Yeah.